got somewhere far to go.
We are here with the Right Here, Right Now podcast, man. I am your host, Dmair Wright, and man, it has been a minute since I've been in the podcast and put this hat on, but I'm so excited that these brothers then got me back to it. And if you don't know who I'm talking about the phenomenal artist, Triiibuno and Dmair.
Yes, sir.
How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling today?
Outstanding, man. I'm feeling good.
Man,
blessed.
It's so crazy to be back in this space where we all met, where y'all put music down, where I put music down. If y'all don't know where we're talking about the one and only Studio X, located in Oakland, California.
Yeah.
Come on now.
510, stand up.
Come on now.
Let's do it.
But the real reason that we're all here is the project, Iron Sharpens Iron, Volume 1. Let's talk a little bit about how this came together. Y'all are both two juggernauts. How did y'all come together and meet? How did this project start to roll out?
You want to go?
Yeah. Well, organically is probably the best word I could use for it. I'm a music creator, but I'm also a really huge music lover. Like, I love good music. And I feel like as I started to develop my own career, I was just really, really like focused on that. And so when I tap back into the like greater Bay Area of artists, because we got so much, you know this, bro. There's talent everywhere in the Bay Area.
Facts.
But for who I felt was gonna bring the best out of me, I wanted to make sure that I brought people that were great. Like, my first impression of them was just, this person is great. Like, it's undeniable. And I even put it on a song. Like, I keep legends around me in my eyes, whether we there yet or we're working to get there. That's how I see everybody that works with me. So fast forward, I'm at a open mic at Studio X, where we at right now, and I saw Dmair perform, and I want to say that was the same night I saw you perform.
Yeah.
If
pretty sure. At the exact same time.
Yeah, we all kind of linked up at the same time, and you know, energy is one of the few things in this world that don't lie. So when I caught the vibe, I was like, man, he can really rap. When I heard Dmair, and I was like, man, I wish I would have said that. And like, I was like in my head, like I'm a big fan of his. Invited him to a session, invited you to that same session. I invite people to sessions all the time, but y'all showed up. Y'all brought great chemistry, and y'all brought great energy on the spot. Like, I wasn't like, yeah, imagery. Imagery. You
just made that up.
So yeah, you heard it here. So I'll let him lead off from there after we kind of had our first session, but it was all just, man, I'm a fan of how y'all sounded, and you know, I wanted to work with y'all. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, so let me pick up from that. So like I was trying to like explain earlier, I was on the same path, solo. I was about to drop my follow-up joint from 2024, which is it was entitled Sincerely Mr. Everything, on all streaming platforms. But I was trying to follow that up because to me that was a little bit more like bubblegum. I don't know, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to keep it like PG.
Yeah, keep it light.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like, and that was the beat selection too, because like, you know, it was pretty like, you know, one type of sound. I didn't really experiment with too many different sounds. So for this project, I wanted to get a little bit more personal, and that's what I was working on. I was like, I wonder how this, you know, crowds are going to receive this work, you know what I'm saying, and this art basically. And so I came out to the open mics just to see if, you know, people will receive it well. I ran into Uno. I think my first open mic, I ran into him, and because I stayed the whole thing. He was one of the later performers. He's like, definitely caught my attention. He's like one of the only people as far as rappers that stood out, because there was a lot of great singers in the room that night. So then, you know, I think we like, you know, that's when we met. We gave each other dap or whatever. But then when I came back, that's when I actually linked up with him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like my second or third open mic. Long story short, he invites me to a session, you know what I'm saying? And I hadn't been invited to sessions from people before, so I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What to
I don't
really
know
think of
what's really real or what's not, you feel me? So I'm like, cool, you know, dude, he respects the art, you know what I'm saying? He respects the work ethic. So, you know, if he hit me up, I'll go work with him because I feel the same. It's mutual, you know what I'm saying? The feeling's mutual. So he actually inboxed me on Instagram like, hey, we here, you know, pull up. I'll be honored if you pull up. I'm like, honored? I'm like, I'm about to just pull up on homie. You feel me? Like, this is crazy. So I pulled up. Everything was cool. That's when I met. You were here. I was like, damn, like, you know, it was probably like 4 people in the room. I had met all of them for the first time. And I was just basically trying to fill it out, man. And we ended up, long story shorter, we ended up recording that track, one of the greats, which is now titled So Amazing. And that was the beginning, pretty much the catalyst of what sparked this project, which we call Iron Sharpens Iron.
It's actually crazy trippy to think that like I also contributed to the beginning of something that I did. Like,
Bruh,
we gotta bring it back because this is the trippiest.
Yeah.
This is so trippy. So
Yeah.
from my side of things, right?
Yeah.
I did meet you guys at the open mic. Y'all literally killed it. Like I'm pretty sure I followed y'all like immediately.
Yeah.
Like I was that fanboy. Like hey, if you follow me at blah blah, I was like Triiibuno. 3 eyes, 3 eyes, 3 eyes, not 2, 3. Hey, he's serious.
No.
Dmair, D, okay. Is there a hyphen? There's no hyphen. You know what I mean? And it was dope because I am literally the same day that studio for So Amazing. I'm at the home studio of my homie Triiibuno. He's helping me mix and master some project. And then he goes, hey, the homie J Chemist is at Studio X. You know, he's having a session. Are you down to pull up after we do this? And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not gonna invite myself to somebody else's studio session. When somebody has a studio session, they pay for it. And the people that come, don't get me wrong, I've been with J Chemist and there was like 14 people. But I wanna make sure that he wants me as one of the, I don't know whose studio session.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he goes, oh, can Dmair pull up? And then J Chemist gets on and then he asks you, because I'm pretty sure it was your session.
Yeah.
And he goes, can Dmair pull up? And you're like, Dmair's already coming. He's literally already pulling up.
Okay.
So he's like, of course he could come. He literally is the person who we asked to come.
That makes sense.
And I get here first. I'm pretty sure. So I'm like,
And I was
he was
like,
already here.
Mind you, so I'm walking into your session and you're shocked to see me. Like it was.
Yeah.
I was literally dying, bro, because I'm like, oh, yo, what's up, bro? Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I'm introducing myself as if it's somebody else's session. I had no idea that it's your session.
Yeah.
And then when Dmair pulls up and we finally figured out that it was a name thing,
That was
Dmair
hilarious.
and Dmair.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. And then
Y'all understand my confusion, okay?
Yeah.
He said Dmair was pulling up. I'm like, I know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
asked him. I'm the one who DM'd him.
And this was unbeknownst to me
Yeah.
until
And to
just
make
now.
it
That's why.
crazier. What we all didn't know is Jay had sent me that beat, I don't know, a year, 2 years prior. And and he asked me, can you put bass on this track? Mind you, I played bass from that point probably like for a couple years, but no one had ever personally asked me to really put something on a track.
Oh, wow.
Ever. So when he hit me, and I know Jay through something else, so I'm like, oh, he's a juggernaut in my eyes. So that made me feel good. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm playing bass, and I send it, and he's like, oh, can you change a few notes? I'm like, mind you, I don't know music theory. So I'm like, okay. I send it back, and he's like, oh, it's fire. I'm like, bet. Years later, pull up to a session, and the beat that was played was that beat.
Man.
Wow.
And then y'all asked me to get on it. I was
Small
like,
world.
bro, this is crazy.
Yeah.
We can't make that up.
You can't, man. It's like the universe working, bro. That's how you know you at, the place where you're supposed to be at that
right
certain time, bro.
At the right time. Because
Yeah.
what if one of us didn't go to the open mic?
That's all it took.
You know what I
That's
mean?
all it would have took.
And that was really cool because I was already a fan of both you guys, but seeing the process in person was crazy. And then you didn't even have a verse laid out.
That part.
No,
You had to write that in front of.
I had to craft
that like
that
6 people? Bro?
pretty
that was
quickly.
That was like 6 people, and right, it was one of the most inspirational verses that I've ever heard, and it was laid out in front of me. That's why I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
I need to get better.
I think, like, full disclosure, I think I had maybe not even half of that. I had a little bit of it, right? But I wanted to, like, expand upon it because I wanted it to fit the narrative. So like you saw me writing, I was in there working, so I had a little chunk of the verse, but then I was like, man, I need to like make this fit. So yeah, that was definitely an impromptu moment, and one of the only times that I've ever like written in studio.
Wow.
Yeah, usually when I come to the studio, I like to have everything prepared. Like I already know what I'm doing, everything's laid out, because it's time is money, and I'm not trying to spend time in the studio wasting, like just writing. You know what I'm saying? Wow. His work ethic.
He ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Like his and my work ethic are similar. So like when we come here, like I like to like have shit ready to go. Yeah, and get as much done as possible.
It's dope that you brought that up, because it kind of leads in or even answers possibly the question that I was about to ask is, what does that workflow look like between you two? Because there's obviously, we were talking off camera, there's a difference between working solo and working together. Yeah. And I kind of want to hear a little bit about that period of time where it's like, okay, we got to figure out how this works. Yeah. You know what I mean? With the symmetry of both of us. And like for one, like who goes first on a verse, or how do you know what the concept of a song is, or are you listening to the beats together? Are you slapping the beats alone? Is somebody sending somebody a verse? Like what does that process look like for y'all?
All of magic, bro.
All of the above. It's a patented recipe for audio dope, courtesy of the tribe. But
you can't really disclose all the ingredients of the recipe.
I will say this: you can't have what we got without respect first. Like
first and foremost,
a lot of artists, I think I've been in the room where someone is really excited about something, and just the way the other artist received it or answered it, it shot down any magic or chemistry they might have had. So I believe personally, if he's gonna stand on it, if you like it, I love it. That's my mentality, because he does have his own solo career. I do have my own solo career. If I say something crazy on a track, that kind of reflects poorly on him. That reflects worse on me. Of course. If I don't handle my business before we get in the booth, and I don't have my verses written, or in my case, as often as I can memorized, like if I don't have that done, that reflects poorly on me. We can't scale doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do know whose session it is, that person sets the example low key. Exactly. So if I'm in here bullshitting, then everybody's bullshitting. And it's not that we not trying to party and bullshit, but it's just like, let's celebrate after we put this work in first. You know what I'm saying? And so the work for us is, we treat it like the gym, So we discuss, we communicate, and we'll go back and forth. And if there's a million ways to put a song together, we didn't try 1,000,001. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It just really depends on what the beat is, who's feeling the most passionate about that topic. A lot of our content on Iron Sharpens Iron Volume 1 is story driven. It's personal stories. So once I hear a personal story on the track, I don't want to not hit that level of honesty. You know what I mean? I can bar it out, but like, no, you set the tone on that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be honest enough to get some real life out on this track for everybody to hear, I'm gonna go with you down this road. You know what I mean? And other times I'll tell them honestly, like, I don't feel this one. You might want to rock that dolo. And it's not a disrespect to the beat or anything. It's just like, I don't see how I can contribute to your level on this. And it's really me showing respect. Like, nah, bro, like you got that. Or if he's feeling self-conscious about it, nah, bro, you did that. Yeah. Like, you got that. Like, don't.
Affirmation I'm already knowing is the key to that ingredients of sauce. Of like,
that's now
we could put this into fruition. Now we could keep this one pushing, rather than like, that might have been something that you may have wanted to throw away had you not had that conversation.
Absolutely.
No, for sure.
And my question that I want to ask for Dmair, how is that honesty between y'all two of like, how did that come about? How does that feel when you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't it, or this is it, or this is not how I feel on this? Like, how How does that come about?
So we encourage that. You feel me? Like we both like so like you said, it begins with respect, admiration, trust. You know what I'm saying? You have to like, cause like we're both fans of each other's work. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when we like one of the other secret ingredients in our collaboration efforts is like whoever like say he writes to the track first, he'll send it to me, and I'm reading his verse,
and
right?
Is it voice memo too?
It's no voice memo. He'll just send me the lyrics, and I have the beat, so I try to rap his verse to the beat, right?
That you've never heard.
That I've never heard, and I'm like, how in the fuck did he
put the
like? What's his pattern? You feel me?
Same.
And I know it's the same for him too, because it's the same for me on my own goddamn. I'm like, damn, how did I write this?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So
that.
man. So like, that's like, I admire that. It's like, and then I'll see how he wrote stuff sometimes, and I'm like, oh wow, people aren't even going to get this. Like, this is great. Like if they seen this on paper or on like we use digital notes, it's like this would be amazing. Like you know what I'm saying. But he's an amazing writer, an amazing artist. So as far as like to answer your question, man, it's all about respect first and foremost. Like I said, I don't try to like cut anybody off creatively. Whatever idea he's feeling about any track, I try to support that. He did say one thing where like he'll have a beat, or I'll have a beat, you know what I'm saying, and I'll present it to him like, hey, you fucking with this or what you think? He'll be like, nah, that's not for me. I don't know what you want to do. Like there's this country song.
He wasn't rocking with
it.
It's crazy because I just like to challenge my pen to different shit, and if I hear something, I try to fuck with it. And even with beats he sends me, like a lot of times, I'm like, ugh.
You don't know if it's 100%.
I'm like, I'm like, but I gotta do it. I gotta try to challenge to see if I can come up with something dope. So if I come up with something dope to it, like that's my iron got sharpened. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what this is all about. That's what we doing here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a perfect segue to my question about the overall Iron Sharpens Iron. Obviously, we all know that just means that the person next to you is making you greater. How does it feel to either be in the presence of understanding or in the process of like, I know I'm getting better? Like, was there any point that you can pinpoint where you felt like, damn, I know that I'm elevated just by making this project?
Every day, bro. Every day that we work with each other, every single time we have these studio sessions, you can. It's not only something that you can hear, it's there's intangible and tangible aspects to it. Like the way we collaborate with each other, it's getting better. The way we communicate's getting better. The product that we're making is getting better. We're starting to think as one, as far as business wise, as far as how to get this out there. It's all about, and it all harkens back to respect, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect what he does. I respect that, and I trust that we all have the same goal in mind. Everybody that's, down with Tribe Music Group, whether they come to us or we're trying to recruit them, it's an understanding that you're going to be free to create whatever whatever you feel, whether that's like art, painting, art, lyrics, art, however your art is. I was talking about we want break dancers, you know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Like to represent, all elements of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely are trying to work on constructing a band so we can have our live performances just like take it. A lot of these instrumentals we have, for sure. That's why I wanted to put that out there, a little bee in your bonnet, so to speak.
Yeah.
But nah, man, we a lot of these instrumentals that we have will sound fucking. They sound terrific, but live, I say this to him all the time, like, bruh, wait till we start performing this shit with a live band.
Yeah, man, because then it gives you that real Tiny Desk feel.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It gives you that feeling of like, and it's so crazy how different a song sounds live.
Oh.
Like, you listen to the instrumental so much that, like, when you hear it live, you're like, what is this?
You fall right
What
back
song
in
is
love
that?
with it. Yeah.
Bruh, and it's like a whole different baby, too. It's like a whole different beast, man.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring it back. You said something, Dmair, that I wanted to highlight, and that's because y'all are lyricists. Right, so
Definitely.
like me, I got to listen to this, and I felt refreshed because like I feel like we live in a generation that's so hyper focused on the beat, and then it kind of takes away from people who had to develop a skill to be able to really get out a complete thought. I think my favorite songs is when an artist is able to get from point A all the way to Z or whatever letter in between they're trying to get to. And it's a full understanding of that. And man, you said something about croutons, dog. I ain't never been so excited about a crouton bar in my life, bro. You said, this man said the crab, you said something about crabs trying to get to the top, like crouton. Bro, I had to rewind that, and I was like, I've never seen croutons at the bottom of a salad in my life. I was like,
no, you're right. Never.
Bro.
That's
And
the
then, bro,
visual. It's the visual.
and then you said something about, where is it at, bro? You said something about scratching off the serial numbers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That was in the details.
Yeah.
But before that, the rhyme scheme with the king and kale.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Oh, yeah.
I was
Gridlock.
Like, bro, I was,
Yeah, that was
bro. I
nasty
literally
work.
listened to that at least 10 times
Thank
just
you.
driving here.
Thank you.
That was nasty work.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's one of my
man.
favorites.
Yeah,
off the
Gridlock.
project.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna
Gridlock
say,
is
yeah.
crazy.
I was gonna
Gridlock is
say,
crazy.
individually, what is you guys' favorite song from the actual project?
Yeah.
And then I want y'all to guess what my favorite one is.
Okay. I'll start it off. My favorite track off the project. It's like Sophie's Choice a little bit. I would probably say.
Yeah, it's a good question. Because you have to like, technically you gotta like them all.
I do. Technically, I love them all, but I whisper in one ear, I love you the most. I would probably say it's got to be Gridlock.
Fire.
It's got. I want to say Pressure because I am a lyricist, and I feel like.
Gosh, bro, that's one of my favorite ones.
I feel like musically, the fact that we're at a place now where we don't have enough bars blows my mind. Cause like I'm dating myself a little bit, and I'm not that old, but like when I first started listening to hip hop and rap, it was only bars. Like it was like that
was what it was
get out
about.
the room if you don't have something witty, important, or political or personal to say. Like just get out, or you know what I mean? And so I'm not knocking anybody who is doing their thing, get your money. But like I knew if I was gonna put my favorite like tracks, that we got so many tracks, put our favorite ones on this first project, Gridlock and Pressure had to be had to be on there. Cause one was a West Coast anthem, and I always wanted one of those that I was on, and the other one, Pressure, is just.
Yeah, y'all
just
definitely
Pressure.
have to listen to both. And it's
Yeah.
funny because the intros to both of those songs are crazy. You went crazy on Pressure starting off, but you went crazy on Gridlock, the sweet top, the tick tock. Like, you gotta think about it, bro. I listened to this today. The fact that I can know what the rhyme scheme was, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You had to be doing something right.
Oh, yeah,
I
for sure.
appreciate you.
You had
I
to be doing
appreciate
something
you.
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
I appreciate
What's your favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
My
Your
favorite-
turn.
Your
It's not an easy question.
It's not easy, and I've been thinking since you asked it, and I still don't
Had
got
a
it.
head
clear.
start. Still,
'Cause I love them all for real, but I think of like the whole experience as far as like, you know, like behind the scenes shit and like shit that people don't really know about. They just hear the finished product. So I really loved the energy in the studio when we recorded Iron Sharpens Iron, the title track.
Yeah.
The energy was through the roof, and like, you know, Zuko's creativity really shined through,
Yeah.
and you know, his engineering of the track and how he recorded it and mixed it, and you know, some of the breaks that he added, like, you know, it was a full collaborative effort. Even like how we, you know, came about doing that track, going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always wanted to do.
I could tell y'all
with
was
a dope
having
ass
fun.
MC. Oh, it was super fun, bro. Like we were literally like tagging each other in and out of the booth on that. Like, it was fun,
That's
bro.
fire.
So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite like experience from the Iron Sharpens Iron Volume 1. I don't know, man. I just love all the tracks, bro. Like I'm emotionally attached to each one of those tracks. So,
Yeah.
but as far as the experience, like that was one of the days that like just stood out, and like even like when Jay's face when he showed up late. And when he came in and he heard what Zuko did with the reverse intro,
he's one of the best
we actually got
people.
that on video.
Bro, he's one of the best people to have in the studio.
Oh, his energy.
His reaction when I was there for that song, mind you, it's his beat, so it's like, brother, like, you knew you made it, bro. He's like, no, turn that, put that part back because you gotta hear the birds or something like that. He was like, bro, put that part back because I gotta hear the birds, and he's like. See what I mean? His whole body's in it, and like the way he high fives you is like, he's in your eyes, bro.
If Jay loves it, he can't hide it. He love that shit, man.
Bro.
I love that.
That's bro.
dope.
That's bro.
What song do y'all think that is my favorite?
If it ain't so amazing, I mean, it's.
That I would have to be stupid biased to say so amazing.
Okay,
I'm literally on that song.
Okay.
Mind you,
I didn't know where you was gonna go with it. I didn't know where you was gonna go with it. I didn't know where you were gonna go with it. I was gonna say,
listen to So Amazing. I do a cameo.
Nah, man, you know, it's a great song.
Nah, dude, that's definitely I would say is one of the most inspirational songs on the whole thing.
Oh, hands down.
Sure.
And that's exactly why it's where it's at, because we wanted to end it on an inspirational note.
Send the people off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that third verse, bro. No, excuse me. The second verse leading into the third verse, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of the most inspirational things.
Yeah, it's a dope track. I don't know what mood you were in, because that's what I'm thinking about. Like was he in the mood to just like rap, or was he trying to like get like a whole cohesive song? I don't know. I might say my gut says, and this is why I don't go to Vegas. Soul Cry.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go with Gridlock.
Gridlock, right, with Soul Cry, right?
That's wild.
That's
Good
crazy.
Shit. I didn't want to guess that.
That's crazy. And,
I know you did.
And speaking of Soul Cry in the overall project, before I get into it, because Soul Cry is one of the ones that I really wanted to ask some personal questions about. Shauna, she was sprinkled throughout the entire project. How did that come about? I thought that was literally the perfect voice. It almost felt like almost like a background conscious of the feeling of the whole project. How did that come about?
I've been a huge fan of Shauna since I met her. A little background lore. Before I started this journey publicly, I was at a meetup where I met James and Shauna the same night.
Fire.
And she was the first person to hear a track that I did called Capacity, which is a flip over an old song. But it's out on SoundCloud if you want to go listen to it, go slap Capacity. But she heard that and she was just like, this your first time here? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you should keep coming back. And that was probably 2023, 2022. Maybe even 2020. I don't want to say it was during the vid, but regardless, her voice always reminds me of like a comfort level.
It is,
like she brings a comfort and a soulful like sound to the tracks, and because we're lyricists, I felt like almost a little imbalanced, putting too much lyricism without a way for people to resonate with the overall message. Cause like my moms or like my family who don't listen to rap every day, they may not know all the bars and double entendres and stuff, but if they got a melody they can hum along to while they cleaning or while they going to run their missions and errands, then they proud. So that was kind of an important piece for me to incorporate into the album, was some sort of soulful voice element, you know what I'm saying? And she hit it dead on the money.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, it literally was, you hit the nail on the head of like, it added the refreshingness of like, okay, now we're like, we could chill again. Now we could like literally take a breather until we get back into some real bars. It's like, if you are not on a certain intellectual level, I don't even know if this might be for you. No offense to
I'll tell you right now,
the casual listener, but like,
it's not.
I literally love this type of stuff. So the fact that I was able to dig deep, that's why I want to do this other thing. I got a cameo, but you know what I mean? Where we can really
dig deeper.
You feel me? Show people what you said in certain things, and that's why I love that you guessed Soul Cry. because I kind of wanted to not go too deep. You know, I'm trying to go as deep as y'all are down for. But when I heard that one, I loved Soul Cry because it felt to me one of the most vulnerable tracks in the aspect of like bringing in some real life. You talked about like from Dmair's perspective, I heard of like always trying to be that perfect, you know what I mean, down to the T, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be studious, I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything right, but that doesn't hide you from depression. That don't hide you from real life. That doesn't hide you from the hard times. And then when I heard Uno, I'm like, damn, he brought in like people's real, like his real story, bro. You've actually lost people to violence. You've actually lost people from people unaliving themselves. And I wanted to talk a little bit about those stories, if you will, about the real life that happened behind some of these songs.
You want to go first on that?
Sure. So yeah, man. That verse came from the perspective of it's an emotional verse, but it just comes from the perspective of like what it says, I'm fed up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you pretty much put it like the nail on the head.
I told you he was good.
That boy good. That boy good.
That boy's good. I was in perfectly. Like the analysis of the track was like spot on. But just to reiterate what you said, man, it is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really hide. Like it's like you get to a certain breaking point, like when you're trying to like wear this mask of like, just like not really being able to express all your emotions, and you kind of like internalize them. You know what I'm saying? So you get to a certain breaking point at a certain point where it's just kind of like you need to let it out. And not a lot of people have the outlet, of like hip hop or, whatever it is to try to, express themselves to let that stress out. So I just thank the Lord that, I do have an outlet, and I encourage other people to find an outlet, when they experience any types of depression, or if they're going through any types of struggles, it definitely helps. But that was just me expressing that side of me, as creatively as I can. So hopefully that helps with other people with struggles of depression and things like that.
Dude, I'm telling you, it felt like I was listening to a more raw version of So Amazing. So Amazing was more triumphant, right? More of like we're already, you know what I mean? We're already not where we want to be, but we're already to the point where like I got my chest up, I got my chin high. I'm talking about where I came from, but I'm already letting you know where I'm at, where I'm going. And Soul Cry was more like, nah, let me take a step back and show you what show you how I was feeling, what I went through.
I look at it like like it's a kind of like a valley and a peak. It's like when you're down in that valley, that's Soul Cry, and then as you're going up that mountain, as you get through it, that's so amazing.
It's amazing to even be able to go through those.
Exactly.
I think to bigger picture, I think the structure of the project lends itself to Soul Cry. We knew needed to be it could go toe to toe with any song on that album because of how honest it is. And so we knew we had to put it up against basically the title track, because that was the only other song we felt was like energy could even match that. It took two dudes going bar for like 3 minutes straight to match the energy of just being raw and honest. You know what I mean? And to speak on what you just said, which I think is 100% true, like you can't have your victory lap without your dark days. Like that doesn't, the math isn't mathing. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who thinks, oh, the tribe is getting their spotlight, these dudes came out of nowhere, go listen to the project, because this is years and years. Just one song is years in the making. You know what I'm saying? So like this is really something that it comes from a special place because it's personal. And that story I told about my boy, R.I.P. Moses. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna put his real name out there, but that's my childhood best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him at like 9 years old, "You gonna be the best man at my wedding," with like a high pitch ass voice. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you know, little kid shit. You know what I'm saying? That was bro. You know, mom's his fam and everything. And when he passed, I felt like I was at this crossroads. Like, if I don't put the energy that's going through me into music, I'm gonna do something worse. And I've written a lot of songs about that topic, but that I felt something changed in me, and it don't happen on every track. Like, I don't want to make it sound like that, but something switched in me as an artist, specifically that night, because I had to like go from we're chilling, like,
yeah, life is life.
Life is good. We in the studio session. We smoking is good. You know how we do. To like, do you remember how you got here, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real quick. Like, do you remember like the artist development? Fuck all that. Personal development.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, we encourage healthy mediums. We encourage you to find your genius. Bring your superpower. We'll celebrate it with you.
Exactly.
Bring your own superpower.
Where you find it might be a dark place. And I didn't want to hide the fact that I found my light in a very, very, very dark place.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out G.O.D., man. Shout out.
Yeah,
And shout out you guys putting the time into your craft in order to even be able to put out a complete thought. Because if you weren't to the extent of the level of capability that you're at, you would have never been able to let out certain emotions. You would only be able to talk about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of that popcorn stuff,
Yeah.
some of that stuff that
Yeah.
it may not be as deep, may not be as resonant with your true selves,
or as honest.
Your true lives. And
let me speak on that real quick, because hip hop is all of it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in different performative art forms, and you know what I'm saying? Breaking, graffiti, you know what I'm saying? DJing, production, all that. However, as far as music-wise, hip-hop, I don't think hip-hop and rap to me are two very different things. A lot of hip-hop dudes rap all the time. A lot of rappers are not creating hip-hop, they're creating rap music. And it's crazy, because if you look in these distributors drop-down menus and they say, basically, label yourself, what kind of music are you? They have them synonymously, but I'm a wordsmith. Those are not the same things. Rap is a commercialized industry.
Yeah, no.
Hip-hop came to dismantle things, you know what I'm saying? Originally. You get what I'm saying? It
like
came to
NWA,
shake stuff up.
the
Yeah,
Tribe
we're
Called
not here for
Quest.
none of that.
Yeah.
So like, I like none of it. Like, we're here to, whatever is going on, this is the anti that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, even though we took our time with this, we right on schedule. Because
That part.
we see so much of not what we doing, it's like, okay, cool, I'm okay being us. You know what I'm saying? If it gotta burn down today, you could play some of this stuff and know my story and know where I'm from, and you know Dmair's story and know where he, matter of fact, you know Dmair's story, you know Jay's, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we aiming for, is a Bay Area hip hop classic. Like, that's the standard. If I don't hear that, I'm gonna keep going and keep studio sessions till I'm
till you
blue in the
figure that
face
out,
till
yeah.
I get there, because
Right.
we need a better, we as a place need a higher level of expression. We fell in love with the people who innovated for us, but then we started just imitating it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the reason they were great is because they weren't in some bold box. Wow. Box or mold, you know what I'm saying? They were
Bold.
they were them. Yeah, they were bold.
Made up another word, a
Imogen.
mox.
You
Look it
heard it
up.
here first. You heard it here first. So, yeah,
TMG dictionary coming soon.
it's coming soon. I'm gonna be in the thesaurus.
Come on.
But yeah, I just wanted to. I'm very passionate about that piece of it. Like, we hip hop artists that can rap, and I know a lot of people that can rap, but when I say hip hop in my house, or if you say hip hop in your house, that's a different mindset
mean
than
two
if you
different
say a rapper. And it shouldn't be, but it is, because we know hip hop speaks to something inside of all of us. It's not driven by color. It's not driven by politics, religion, none of that. This
Money.
was just not driven by money. It's just driven by the voice of the people. And it can pop up in rock music. It can pop up in blues. It can pop up in R&B. It can pop up here.
I was
but
in
it's the common
Japan,
denominator.
brother.
Talk about it.
They literally have a whole damn near city that looks like kind of like black people, like they're sagging, they're like Rastafarian hair, bro. And I'm like, bro, the culture
wild.
is touching.
Yeah.
And mind you, they don't speak English.
Global.
Bro.
Global.
It's global.
I ate at a Filipino spot. It was a pop-up restaurant in San Francisco. I don't know the name of it. Otherwise, I would shout him out because I am Filipino. I'm sitting in there, and it's like 3 people in there because it's a pop-up. And I'm listening, and there's nothing but crazy heat playing in the speakers. Like crazy heat. I can't understand a word of it. I'm like, who is this? He said, oh, these are the biggest rappers in the Philippines right now. I said, they got rap in the Philippines? He said, oh.
Here you go.
Boom, put me on. And like, it's crazy that as African Americans, and not just African Americans, but in hip hop, I'll speak as an African American man, we get more love globally from hip hop than we get in our own backyard because there is so much talent around us.
Facts.
And we don't always have the humility to be like, I'm dope, but that don't mean you not dope. And that don't mean he not dope because we dope together. And so that's just that speaks on how far hip hop could take you, dog. They had a ceasefire. I won't say where. They had a ceasefire to listen to some good music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the power of music. And yet we still finding our superpower in music and finding our lane and finding our voice. We just wanted to share volume 1 because we just felt like we couldn't sit on it no more. Like it was just like, man, we gotta drop it.
Well, that's the thing. I believe we found it. We found our lane. It's just we need to tap into the audience. We need to. That's the thing. We because we know there's people that really want to hear real hip hop still, real lyricism. 100%. Real creativity, and not like the same mundane humdrum. Same 3 subjects. Saying money, women, and drugs. That's pretty much what the main 3 subjects that they're pushing everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So when you rock with
from the devil.
Yeah, exactly.
He's referencing he's right, but he's referencing he's right.
Yeah,
he's
so
right.
like we make it a point to just be diverse within our our subject matter. That's why you can come when you come to the tribe, you're free creatively to do whatever, and that's because we don't want to be stagnant in our creativity. Like the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Our ceiling is high. There is no ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So like there was this one cat that was telling me, or he wasn't telling me, but it was like kind of like off to the side. Like he made this post because I go to class with him. He was saying something about, oh, there's only one person I would work with, in class, and he's a rapper, but I'm more R&B, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it would match. But it's like, no, brother, yeah, it would, because
it's music.
Like what we put out isn't like all that we are. Like the volume 1, like there's so many more layers, and we can't wait to, peel them back and reveal them to the world because we have so much. And I'm just really excited about this whole thing because volume 1 was just a taste, 1.5 on the way, a little bit more bigger of a piece of the pie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you another piece of the pie.
You're literally already answering all the questions that I have. Like it's so amazing. It's so dope when you can just sit back and listen and listen to the love, the energy, the passion, the dedication, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. It is the most refreshing thing. And y'all,
we working,
what y'all
bro.
don't know, bro. A whole studio session is happening literally right after this.
When
you talk about like dedication, real work, hard work, and love, bro. These 2 gentlemen right here are like literally some of the faces now of what I think of when I think of like make it happen. Where you are, when you are, and literally right here, right now. I appreciate y'all, bro, so much for that conversation, man.
Absolutely.
If there's anything that y'all want to shout out, man, this is a great time. Either that be Instagram or what kind of projects y'all are having in the future.
Real quick, Triiibuno on Instagram, TRIIB.UNO. Coming soon, Planet TMG, Discord, Patreon. We understand that we have a niche that we serve, and we want to, serve that community a little more. And the last piece I'll say before I twist it to Dmair is that's what the tribe is about, man. The tribe is about turning raw intuition into infinity and beyond. I skipped the and, but that's what tribe really is. It's about taking an idea, taking your talent, taking your intuition, and just trusting that God didn't make no mistakes on you. That's all we doing.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'll let my man
That
talk.
speaks to the no ceiling, man. There's no ceiling. Raw intuition into infinity and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And it can just go forever. That's why there's no cap on the creativity. This is D_MAIR, Mayor, on my Instagram. My Twitter. I think that's D_Dmair, D_MAIR1. That's my Twitter. I don't really fuck with Twitter, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it's X now, right?
No,
Yeah.
X. Hold up, damn. See, look,
Yeah,
man.
right. Yeah, bro.
I'm talking about TikTok, actually.
Oh, okay.
Wow, we weren't even
Yeah, we
talking right
weren't
now.
even there,
I wasn't even look, bro.
Man, I thought we were.
I'm still high, baby. Nah, but
Still good.
yeah, man. We just be on the lookout. We got volume 1.5 dropping real soon. Of the Iron Sharpens Iron. We got more volumes coming. We got volumes in the tuck. Very excited about the future for us, man. And if you rock with volume 1, which they snatched, we ain't even really get a chance to talk about that though.
Yeah.
But
like
1.5
another
coming soon.
conversation.
No,
For the
we
right
gonna
time.
need to have another podcast because we got so much, bro. But 1.5 coming soon in a week or so. We gonna just check our socials. We gonna be promoting that shit. It's the tribe, baby. TMG.
And let us know in the comments if you want Dmair Wright on more of our songs, because we do. But we're gonna put that on y'all because we think we got something dope. Go listen to So Amazing on all your streaming platforms. By the
Please.
time y'all hear this, it'll be out. Go stream that. And if you can't find it, holler at us on Instagram and we'll get it to you.
We'll get it to you.
We'll get it to you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the conversation. Man.
Absolutely,
Thank you,
brother.
Shit's fire.
It's a pleasure.
Man, come on.
It's a pleasure. We out.
Gang, gang, gang. Come on, easy breezy cover girl, bro. Come on. Just like that. Come on. Hey, bro, you see how I brought back that right here, right now? That was cold.
I knew exactly what you said. I was like, oh, it's a rap.
It's a wrap.
I got somewhere far to go.